welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be attempting to do aquarium nails. I'm going to do like a winter theme, so they'll be more like snow globes. Here I'm just starting on my middle finger, and I applied primer and a base coat, and then I'm going to go in with my clear builder gel and lay down a super thin layer just so that the surface is flat for the nail art that I'm about to do. Once the builder gel is on, I cure that for 60 seconds. Taking this white gel polish from Model 1s, and I'm going to paint a layer of that up on the entire nail. After I apply that, I cure it for 30 seconds. I also did a second layer, but I focused it more down towards the free edge because I am going to be doing an ombre, and I'm taking this baby blue gel polish from Savvyland, and I'm just starting up at the cuticle area and then pulling it down, and then I kind of just fan it out and drag it to kind of create like an ombre. Now going in with a dotting tool and that white polish that I used, I'm creating like snowflakes on the nail. I just kind of randomly dot them on, no kind of particular pattern or anything. After I get the snowflakes on and cured, I go in with a red gel polish from Model 1s, a yellow gel polish from Model 1s, and a black gel from ASP. I used those two colors to draw on Santa Claus. I thought I was recording when I drew on the rest of his body, but apparently I wasn't, so you just see me do the second layer of his boots and mittens, and then finish out the rest of him. I took the white polish and a dotting tool and made the little fluffy parts of his suit. I am curing in between each layer and after every color that I use. Now I'm just taking the white polish and kind of making an outline of like his beard and how I want that to go. I'm also going up and filling in where his face is going to be with the white, just because I felt like the color that I was using for his face wouldn't have shown up very well on the blue background. Going to be using this nude polish from Savvyland for his face, and I just take my liner brush and draw out where his face is going to be. After that, I take my dotting tool and I dot on his eyes and his nose. I then take my brush, and with that same paint that I used for his nose, I lightly put on a little bit for his cheeks, and then I dip my brush in some alcohol to kind of dilute it out and make it so it's not as bright. After I get his face on and the way I want it, I take my dotting tool and that white and I just go in and dot out his beard so it kind of looks more fluffy. Then I go and I draw his hat with the same red polish. And then after I get the hat drawn on, I take my dotting tool and I draw the fluff that's on the rim of his hat and the little fluff ball that's on the end. I'm taking my black polish and drawing on his belt, and then after I get his belt on, I take a yellow and I draw on the belt buckle. After I'm finished with Santa, I top coat everything just so it wouldn't end up getting messed up when I go to apply the second tip and do the aquarium nail. Now I'm going to be taking a full cover square tip, and that is slightly smaller than my nail, and then I'm going to apply my rhinestone glue because it is a no wipe glue, so it won't leave a sticky layer, and I'm applying that to the entire nail. And then I'm going to take the tip and put it right on top, and I put it down a little ways from the cuticle just so that area doesn't get super bulky. This is my first time doing an aquarium nail, so I wasn't really 100% sure what I was doing, but I had watched a lot of other videos of people doing them, and I just kind of copied what they were doing. And because this nail was a lot longer than my nail, I took my tip cutters and cut it down, and then I filed it down the rest of the way so that it would be even with my nail. Here I'm just looking at it from all the different angles just to see and make sure that there was enough space for me to put stuff inside of it. And then I take my clear builder gel and I go over it to seal in the sides and edges just to make sure there weren't any gaps and holes that the oil would leak out of. after I got it all sealed up with the builder gel, I'm just taking the syringe that I had from when my cat needed some medicine, and I filled it up with some cuticle oil, and I'm putting a little bit of oil in. It was a big mess, and it would have been easier if I had like some sort of needle tip or something. But anyhow, I put in a little bit of oil, and then I take my glitter and put that in because I did do a practice aquarium nail, and it seemed like it worked better when I put a little bit of oil in and then glitter, and then put the rest of the oil in. But for some reason, when I did it on my actual nail, it didn't work out as well. And then I'm going to take these little metal pieces and put those into my nail. Out of this one, I'm going to use these little reindeer ones, and then I'm going to put in a few snowflakes. So this is the little reindeer pieces I was talking about that I'm going to put in. I felt like it was fitting since I have Santa on this nail. So I just take my tweezers and I pick up the pieces that I want, and I just shove them into that little opening that's there. And I am out of focus and out of frame while doing this, but it was a little bit more difficult than I was expecting it to be. Trying to shove these pieces into that small opening and trying to get them to go down into the nail. But once I finally got them on there, I take that syringe and I put in some more cuticle oil. I had originally left air bubble in there because I thought it would make it so everything moved around better, but then after I had closed it up, I realized the metal pieces were getting stuck on the air bubble and they wouldn't move as well. So I did go back later and drill in a small hole and filled in that nail all the way so there was no air bubble in it. After I finished with that nail, I applied nude builder gel to the rest of my nails, and now I'm going in with this white gel polish and this red gel polish, and I'm going to start on my pinky nail, and I'm going to do a candy cane design. So I'm just starting out by applying the white to the entire nail, and I do 2 coats of that, and then after that's on, I take the red and I draw on the lines for the candy cane. To do the lines, I start out by drawing on the thicker lines for the candy cane, and then I do the thinner lines in between those thicker lines. I cure each line that I do for about 15 or so seconds, just so that as I'm working they don't get smudged and I don't mess them up or anything. For my ring finger, I am going to do a Christmas tree. I start out with a white base and I do 2 coats of that. Then I take this green from Model 1s and I'm going to start by drawing a triangle onto my nail, and I fill that in and cure it. After I get that on, I take my liner brush and that green and I just draw little wispy lines to make it look like the little pine needles that are on the tree. I did end up mixing a little bit of white into the green, and I do that same motion of creating the little wispy lines just to give the tree a little bit more dimension. After I get the tree done, I'm going to take these little gems and stuff that I have to decorate the tree, and then I'm also going to take that gold chrome powder and mix it with some clear gel to make the garland on the tree. After I get the garland drawn on, I take my rhinestone glue and my matte top coat and apply those. And then I take all the little gems and the little pearls and that star and apply them to the tree. I like to apply my top coats over my rhinestone glue before I put any gems or charms or rhinestones or anything on, just because I don't like going around all the stuff that I have on my nail with my top coat afterwards. It's just easier for me to do it all first and then put the charms and stuff on and then cure and just be done with it. After I got everything on, I cured it for 60 seconds just to make sure everything was cured. And then I take my shiny top coat and I go over the star, since it is a metal piece and I don't want it to like turn green or anything from like washing my hands and stuff. And I also go over the little pearls just so they stay shiny while they are on my nails. So now I'm taking this brown gel from Model 1s and I'm applying that to my pointer finger. I'm going to be doing a reindeer on this nail. And then I'm going to take my white and draw on the eyes. And then I take the black and draw on the pupils of the eyes. And after I had gotten those drawn on, this brown color and the eyes together was reminding me of like the poop emoji. So I did end up taking everything off and redoing it. I go in with that darker brown for the antlers of the reindeer. Then I take this red chrome powder and mix it in with clear and I do that for the nose. For my thumb, I'm going to do a present, and I was going to do it red, but I ended up not liking the red. I'm not a huge fan of red nails on myself, so I switched to the green that I used for the Christmas tree. I take that same gold that I had mixed up for the garland of the Christmas tree, and I use that to draw on the bow. I start by drawing a line straight down the center of the nail, and then I draw on going across the nail, and then I do the loops and the little ribbons for the bow. After I finish the bow, I take my matte top coat and apply it to my pinky, pointer, and thumb, and then I take my shiny top coat and apply it to my middle finger, and then I cure that for a full 60 seconds. And here you can see I redid the reindeer with a lighter brown, and it looks a lot better. After everything's cured, I take my cuticle oil and apply that very carefully around my nails. I try very hard not to get it on the nails that I have matte, just because if you get cuticle oil on the matte nails, it takes away that matte effect, but it's only temporary. But I didn't want it to be on them for pictures and stuff. Here's what they look like all finished. I'm very happy with how they turned out. I think they're super cute. I'm really proud of my aquarium nail because this is my first time doing this and I wasn't 100% sure how it was going to work, but I think it turned out really well. Little pieces in there do get stuck on the side sometimes and I have to like really shake them or tap them to get them loose, but it's alright. And the glitter in there doesn't really move, which is a little disappointing because I want it to look like more snowfall, but overall the nails turned out really good and I love them. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.